I am at one of the oldest cemeteries in the Pacific Northwest. But they say it's also one of the most haunted cemeteries in the Pacific Northwest. Over 8,000 people buried here. How did you die? I just felt something poke me. I've never been touched by a spirit before. I've done a lot of investigations. I've been cursed at. I've been told to get out. What's up, guys? Welcome to another show of Backroad Hauntings. I'm John Sanders, and today is a very special day. Today, I'm going to go to one of the oldest cemeteries in the Pacific Northwest. And it's not just one of the oldest cemeteries, it is also said to be one of the most haunted cemeteries in the Pacific Northwest. So today, I'm going to go to the Salem Pioneer Cemetery. So, let's go. Alright, so right now, guys, we are at the City View Cemetery, which butts up right over to Salem Pioneer Cemetery. They're like right next to each other. I decided to come over here first, checked it out. It's been a while since I've been over here. One thing that I've always done whenever I go to a cemetery is one of the first things I do is, if that cemetery has a war memorial, I always go and pay my respects to the men and women who have given their lives for their country. And it's just, it's just the right thing to do. And this cemetery here, they have a war memorial here. I can't remember exactly where it said it was at, but it is here, and so I'm going to find it and go pay my respects. And let me explain why I'm here during the day. About 15-20 years ago, there was a stretch of time where a bunch of teenagers, young adults, was breaking into cemeteries, and they were desecrating the graves, they were breaking headstones, vandalizing the hell out of the place at every cemetery that they went to. And so all the cemeteries around Salem, and even all the cemeteries in Salem and around Salem, they have, made it almost impossible to get in here at night. With absolutely, I completely agree with what they are trying to do. Kids started to come here because they heard this place is haunted. They wanted to get a thrill, and so they started to come here, and that those kids ended up telling their friends, and then their friends would bring more people, and then more people would come. Then they would start leaving their trash. It all started innocent enough, but ended up turning into headstones were being busted up. I mean, we're talking over 100-year-old headstones and stuff like that. I mean, just completely uncalled for. And so they've made it pretty much where it was almost impossible to gain access in here at night, and they have a lot of the homes around here. They have them all watching and looking out for them to, if they see anybody in here at night trespassing, then they're to call the cops. And even though this cemetery is pushed, it sits back in. Even though it sits back in and it butts up against Pioneer Cemetery goes all the way out to one of the main roads in Salem. And so it's not really hard to be spotted at all. And the homes completely surround us. But this is one of the war memorials right here. And we're going to stop and we're going to pay our respects. This is it right here. Our World War memorial for this cemetery. World War I, U.S. Navy. There's good old glory right there. You know, the way this country seems to be going nowadays, you got 2 headstones that are broken off. Man, that kills me. Hopefully it wasn't done by anybody. If it was done by somebody, that's just sick. But hopefully it wasn't. Which brings me to this point. Anybody who sees this video and decides to go out to a cemetery, doesn't matter if you're checking out a war memorial, doesn't matter if the place is haunted or not, whenever you go to a cemetery, you show the utmost respect. You do not bring trash with you, do not leave trash behind, you do not walk on top of all the graves. Try to show the utmost respect to these folks. Walk in between the graves, do not walk on the headstones, do not desecrate the property, the graves. Just use your brain and show the utmost respect. U.S. Navy, 1931. Some of these can't even, really hard to read, but the design on it is really cool. Can't really read that, but SP, looks like SP.AM, war on the bottom. The way this country is nowadays, it seems like everybody's fighting over every little thing. A lot of people believe that nobody cares about our country and nobody cares about the men and women who've passed on. I don't believe that's true. I don't believe that's true at all. I have the utmost respect for the men and women who've paid the ultimate sacrifice for our country. Yeah, people think that there's a lot of changes that need to be made. I think that there's always changes that a person can make in their life to be better to others or themselves. Ultimately, I think that the majority of people are good people. U.S. Navy, Korea, U.S. Marine, World War II, Korea, Purple Heart recipient, U.S. Navy, World War II, Korea, U.S. Army, World War II, Korea, Vietnam. You know, a lot of these people didn't die in war. Some did. Not a lot of them didn't though. Just because they didn't die in war didn't mean that they didn't suffer anything. Trust me. I know a lot of veterans who survived and made it back home, but just because some consider that they didn't pay the ultimate sacrifice, that they didn't suffer anything, that is so far from the truth. So far from the truth. As you can see, I am at one of the oldest cemeteries in the Pacific Northwest. It's not just one of the oldest cemeteries, but they say it's also one of the most haunted cemeteries in the Pacific Northwest. So I decided to come down here today, check it out, and maybe do a little investigating, see if we could get any EVPs or interaction. But don't worry, I'm not alone. Nope. Though I know you don't see anybody with me, I'm not alone because I decided to take all of you with me. So let's go. This cemetery was established in 1841. The cemetery was originally named the Oddfellows Cemetery, which is, I don't know, when I hear that, I think of a mobster movie, and I don't think there's any connection, so, but I really don't know. I don't know why they named it that way. I haven't found that out. But there is almost 8,000 people that is erected here. Two of my favorite people are actually buried here. One being Tabitha Brown. She was known as the Mother of Oregon. Another one, I can't remember her last name, but she was the pioneer for the women's suffrage movement in the mid-19th century. And for those of you that don't know what the women's suffrage movement was, it was basically a movement in the mid-1800s to try to get women's rights on voting in the American elections. I mean, these headstones here are, some of them are quite old. Born August 17th, 1808. Died at Portland, Oregon, March 18th, 1894. It's a pretty cool cemetery here. So they have a big old spotlights up there to catch trespassers. There's even cameras up there too. So they don't mess around. They don't mess around. They're not gonna have what they had happen before with a lot of people breaking in here. Here's Samuel Thurston's headstone on January 12th, 1852, Thurston County, in what was when part of Oregon Territory and now Washington State was named in memory of the first territorial delegate to the 1850 United States Congress. This was Oregon's first delegate, Samuel Thurston, placed by the Board of Thurston County Commissioners in 1991. Oregon's first delegate, all the way back in 1850. Like I said, there's a lot of history here. Yeah, Thurston, erected by the people of Oregon. And Cook, this is another mausoleum right here. Let me know if you guys see something. Big cemetery, man. Big cemetery. Just goes on and on and on and on. Over 8,000 people buried here, or almost 8,000 people. This right here is the Ford Mausoleum. Now, I'm not sure which one, but I believe this might be it. I can't remember the name, but I believe this is it. This one, this was a famous toy maker. I don't know if you can see in the inside there. Now it's kind of hard to see, it's too sunny out here, but this is Charles Ford, 1859 to 1913. This is John at the Salem Pioneer Cemetery. It is 11:23 p.m. or a.m. EVP session. Is there any spirits? Here, I'm gonna set this right here. Actually, I don't know if you guys can see that over there, so. Is there anybody here that would like to talk? How did you die? I haven't seen the light go up on that. Let's just check what the EMF is reading right now. It's reading a flat 0. For those that are sensitive to the paranormal, when they come to a cemetery might be the most haunted places to them, because they're interacting with things, and they're able to see things and interact with things that most people can't. I'm not sensitive to the paranormal. I don't have that. I don't walk into a place and feel weird, and feel something because it's got spirits around. I'm not that sensitive at all. Let's go ahead and see if we could. Alright, this is John at the Salem Pioneer Cemetery. It is 11:23 p.m. or a.m. EVP session. sounds like there's a voice right after mine, right after I say I'm going to set this down, but let's just go ahead and keep playing. I'll analyze it later.
Is there anybody here that would like to talk? Anybody would like to say?
Hey guys, sorry for interrupting the video, but I wanted to kind of go over something real quick before we go any further. When I went to the cemetery, I actually went there with the mindset that I was going to debunk all the claims in the cemetery. Coming up, in the scene coming up here soon, I was proven wrong. Something had happened to me that I couldn't explain. I'll let you see it, and then when the scene's over, I'll interrupt the video again and kind of explain what happened after that. Because after this trip to the cemetery, something else happened that that I couldn't explain either. So let's continue. What the? Alright, so I just felt something poke me, and I don't know what it was. I would say it could have been a leaf falling, but the only problem is it felt like a poke. And I've never been poked in my life by anything, not a spirit. I mean, by humans, yeah, but not a spirit. And a leaf wouldn't have made me feel like I got poked. So I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was, but I thought I heard something. Thought I heard something on the audio recorder, and it could have been me, but I'm not able to stop it and amplify it right now. I don't have my equipment with me. So I getting ready just to kind of listen again, listen to the rest of it, and that's when I felt like I was poked. But it felt like I got poked, either like with a stick or a finger. And maybe I had, I don't know. I don't know what it was. I've never been poked by anything. I've never been touched by a spirit before. I've done a lot of investigations. I've been cursed at. I've been told to get out, but I've never been physically touched by a spirit before. And I came here with the mindset that I could go ahead and debunk the claims here. I don't know what that was. I don't know what to think right now. What I'm going to do, just in case there is something going on, what I am going to do is I'm going to go ahead and use the audio recorder, and we'll see if we can pick something up. I'm a little bit rattled right now. I'm a little bit rattled right now. I don't know. I mean, if you look right here, you can see that there's leaves all over the ground. There's even, I would say, some twigs, not sticks, but twigs. But what I felt was like a, I don't even know how to describe it. I really don't even know how to describe it. But I can't say it's paranormal. I can't. I need 100% proof. Now, if I was shoved, that's one thing. But feeling like I got poked, all I could do is describe the feeling. I can't say it's paranormal. Not at all. But I'm going to go ahead. Okay, so I felt like I got touched. It felt like a finger poking me. That's what it felt like. It's the only way I could describe it. Or like a stick poking me. Something pointy poking me. There was no branches leaning down or anything. I couldn't find any explanation for it, which I just chalked it up to be whatever it was. I don't know. I couldn't say it was paranormal. After making this video and filming at that cemetery, I ended up coming home. After being home for just a short period of time, as I was sitting there, I felt my back start to burn, and I didn't understand what was going on. I felt like something, it almost felt like an iron kind of pressing against my shirt, against my back. So I didn't feel like intense, like right on skin burn, but I felt like really intense heat, like a burning sensation, like I was going to get burned. And so I jumped up thinking that something was on my shirt or in my shirt or on my back or whatever. I just jumped up and I'm like pulling up my shirt real quick, and I look at Shelly. I go, "What's on my back? What's on my back?" And that's when she told me, she goes, "There's scratches on your back." And it happened to be right around the area that I felt like I got touched at the cemetery. I don't know when these scratches happened, but these are the scratches that appeared on my back after leaving the cemetery. We're going to go ahead and record on this. Again, we're just going to let it record. John, Salem Pioneer Cemetery. It is now 11:48 a.m. after the feeling of me being poked. Did you just touch me? If you did, it's okay. I'm not upset. I just want some confirmation that I'm not going crazy. If you could give me that confirmation, I would highly be appreciative. Appreciative. I don't know. Now, not too long after leaving the cemetery and I get the scratches, that's when a lot of things started coming together. I started reviewing the evidence, and I ended up coming across something that it sounded like, to me, it was an EVP. After I get touched and everything, I'm standing up by the mausoleum, and I ask, "Can you touch me again?" I hear what appears to be an EVP, and I can make out the first three words saying, "I don't know." Anyways, take a listen real quick. The audio that you're going to hear in this section right here is going to be the audio from the voice recorder. And then I'll play, and you could hear it on the voice recorder, but I mean barely. At least I think I can. Everybody else that I showed it to, they couldn't hear it at all. I thought I did on the voice recorder, but it was very light. And my voice recorder is a lot stronger than my camera's mic. So I'm going to play the scene on my voice recorder first, and then I'll play the scene again, and I've amplified the sound from the camera where you could actually hear the EVP really well. The first three words I was able to make out is "I don't know." I wasn't able to make out anything after that. It sounds like a full sentence, but it sounds like a direct response to my question. Anyways, take a look. Was that you that touched me? Did you poke me? Did you touch me? Maybe you didn't poke me and you just tried to touch me, but to me it felt like a poke. Was that you? Is your last name Ford? Is your name Charles Ford? Can you touch me again? Can you touch me again? Can you touch me again? Alright, we're going to end the EVP session. Ooh, that just lit up. That was probably from me. Let's see. I don't know. Yeah, that was just me. Alright. I don't know. That was a weird situation there, huh? I've never been touched before. I try to find an explanation for it. I can't find an explanation for it. I don't know, maybe you guys saw something or heard something I didn't see or hear, but I can't say it's paranormal because I just have no proof of that. I felt poked. I'm in a cemetery, but if I don't have anything to back up my own claim, I'm not going to say it's paranormal, but I don't know. Maybe you guys saw or heard something that I didn't, so let me know what you guys think. If you guys think it's paranormal, or if you guys think that it's, you know, just something that happened since I was sitting below a tree or something. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'll see you guys on the next one. I'm gonna creep my way out of here. See you guys. Much love and respect, y'all. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget, click like and hit that subscribe button right down there in the bottom right hand corner. Don't forget, tap that bell too.